All right, we'll go ahead and begin this call. The call today is about building your brand. And every dealership generally has a brand, and whether it's Chevy, Ford, Chrysler, any brand, literally. You do have a job locally to build on that brand, but that's not necessarily what we're talking about today. What I'd like to focus in on is your dealership's brand regarding your name in a local marketplace. So let's look at some needed things to do locally to build your own individual dealership brand. Could be the dealership, first of all, needs to develop a specific action plan to build your brand. And this action plan should include several things. I think the number one thing, local events. And the best thing to do is have local events for some charity of choice. So it could be Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is one I particularly like, or a local food bank, or a soup kitchen, something that touches the heart of the individual dealership. And then you develop local events to support that charity. It could be an old car show. One that I like is safety inspections for children's seats that they put in the cars. Could be just even a customer appreciation day. But these events all have one common thing. They're designed to assist and to help some sort of a local charity, and these events obviously do have a cost in planning, preparation, but this is a very strong way to build the local brand. Another one that should be in every dealership's action plan is community service project involvement. So it could be that maybe one neighborhood, the park is deteriorating, and the dealership says, hey, let's make this a team project to get involved and put in some new swings at this local park, or maybe add some mulch in the swing area, or build up a sandbox, whatever the park needs for a little rehabilitation, a little kindness, love, cleanup. Involve the team in it, make it a project, and do it to assist the community. And another thing I think that's interesting, and I've noticed, it used to be that everyone was pushing new car clinics. And new car clinics, I think, have really slipped out of the limelight. A lot of dealers used to do them. They stopped doing them. Part of that might be because of a lack of turnout. Whatever the reason is, if you're not doing new car owner clinics, I want to talk to you about that in a little more detail. I used to, every 90 days at my last dealership I worked for, we would have new car clinics. The date would be set the next day after one was completed, and that would be 90 days out. It wasn't when we have time. It was just a standard procedure. Every 90 days we had one, and then we would select the date. It might be 93 or whatever the calendar works out, but we would select the date immediately. Then as someone was purchasing a car, we would invite them to the new car owner clinic the day they bought it. When they picked up their vehicle, that was part of the delivery process, was we would say, hey, our new car owner clinic is on this date and this time. We have door prizes. We have real nice food presentation, and we have drinks, not alcoholic beverages, but soft drinks, assorted soft drinks, food. Bring your family. And in that, we would have our equipment shined up for our service display. We would have a new car vehicle on the lift, show the customers how, if they desired it, to check fluids. We talked about what advantages were in having the car serviced at our facility, such as factory filters. On the parts, on the body shop, on the service department, all had displays. On the parts display, we would have cheap, low-priced oil filters cut in half. And we would also have the manufacturer filter cut in half. We would have the lowest price air filter you could buy at Walmart, and then we'd have a factory filter sitting there, and they would hold them, they would touch them, they would look at them. On the body shop, we would have a fender on display that half the fender was brought back to new condition, the other half was crashed, and showing the unrepaired portion of that fender, where they could look at it and see what kind of quality work our body shop did. And then on the service lane, we had all of our flush equipment out there, and we talked about advantages of that. We had the Tech 2 diagnostics, and our shop was clean and neat and in order. And we invited them out to get underneath the vehicle and look at the equipment that we invested in. We'd had always a technician available to show what kind of technology there was when we plugged that computer into a vehicle. We would also, at the same time, illustrate the importance of caring for the vehicle, preventive maintenance. And every department manager in fixed ops was there. To bring the turnout up, we had every salesperson commit to do follow-up calls. We tracked those follow-up calls as the big day approached of our new car clinic, and we brought people in. We even had the sales staff attend. So they would meet and greet the customers that showed, hey, this is Rob. I just want you to know the night of our big owners clinic is this night. We're giving away a TV, and we're also got 5 maintenance plans we're giving away. And on those events, I would always express the need for, it's a wise choice with the cost of repairs today. There was another way to say, hey, it's not too late if you choose an aftermarket warranty, and what the advantages were in that aftermarket warranty, and what the advantages were for us to be their maintenance headquarters. I would talk about the different fuels make, the brands of fuels to use. These types of things were common events in these new car owner clinics. And they were very successful. I remember one that touched me when I said, just because your warranty extends, you may be slightly out of warranty, I still want you to call me. And this one really touched my heart this one night. 2 of my customers raised their hand and said, he means exactly that. I was out of warranty, and he helped me get the vehicle repaired, and I was so thankful of that. Then another customer stood up and said the same thing. I just bought my new car here because of how I was treated in service. We need to be understanding the importance of new car clinics, what they mean to our customers, and what they mean for our dealership to perform their maintenance. You see, it isn't only the new car sale. It's what are we doing after the sale to generate customer care. And that kind of leads to my next point. If you want to build your brand locally, understand that customer experience in the service department is critical to your brand, building your dealership brand. And so, yeah, I want to have dealers, clients of mine that have snacks available at no charge for their customers. Yeah, I'd love to have them have assorted drinks and beverages available that they can enjoy, observing the aroma of a popcorn machine in the afternoon, or a cookie, fresh-baked cookies in the dealership. Everyone that knows me knows that Otis Spuntmeyer cookies are my favorite. There's an aroma there, and whether it be popcorn or cookies, these aren't expenses. They're creating your brand. And I've heard people say to me, yeah, but my employees will eat them. I don't have them there. They have to have a vending machine. Look, way beyond employees eating them, I think occasionally that might happen. But that is small compared to the value of building your brand locally. So when you consider all of those things, remember the last thing on my list for today's conference call is that when you're doing these things, when you're building your brand, it isn't one individual sitting in an office saying, I want to build our brand locally. I want to build our reputation or name recognition for our dealership locally. This is a team involvement that's required. The entire dealership needs to be involved in these community projects. Ask for some input and follow some of these creative leads that they come up with. What local charities should we get behind? Do you know of a playground that needs improvements that we can, as a team, try and make a difference to that neighborhood? Total focus on building a brand is a critical part of retaining and developing your dealership, not only now, but in the future. And there's no way to determine how many vehicles will be sold for this event or that event where we're collecting money or having an event for charity, the new car clinics, all of these items. There's no way to really determine how many sales that'll bring or how building your brand is a benefit. But I would guarantee you the results are always better when you're totally focused on building your local brand than if you do nothing.